Welcome back to part 9 of Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64. We just received this lovely pulse stone here from Mustafa, the mouse merchant that we met in the last part. This stone here will help us find Dry Ruins, which is the location of the next Star Spirit. But in order to find Dry Ruins, we need to go out to the desert, obviously, because that's where Dry Ruins is. And we're going to take the pulse stone with us. As the description says, the closer you get to Dry Ruins, the faster the pulse stone will flash. So as you can see right now, we have the pulse stone above Mario's head, and as you get closer and closer to the ruins, that light will flash faster and faster, and it will actually help you find this location a lot quicker. And just a heads up for anybody who's never played this game before, Dry Ruins is always going to be on the north side of the desert. I've never actually had to find seen Dry Desert spawn anywhere else except up here. So just a big tip for anybody who's new to playing this game and doesn't know exactly where to look for this particular place. But yeah. Flashing really fast here. I wonder what happens when we do this. Oh, dang. Yeah, this is Dry Ruins, folks. When you place that stone into the rock, the ruins will appear out of the sands. I'm the huge, scary Tutton Koopa, remorseless king of the desert. Who dares set foot in this, my palace of the sands? Speak and be known. Be gone from this place, now, or disaster will befall you. So yeah, that's Tutton Koopa. He's the boss of this chapter, but we will actually encounter him, obviously later, because he is holding on to the second Star Spirit that we have to rescue in this chapter. But yeah, we got some new enemies we're going to be encountering. This is a poison Poke Mummy. They're basically like the regular mummies that we find in Dry Desert, but these guys, as their name states, they are poisonous. They are covered in spikes, so taking physical contact or making physical contact with Mario, such as jumping on them, you will get hurt. So there is a badge that we're going to be obtaining here fairly soon that'll help us with that. But for now, we're just going to utilize Mario's hammer and Cooper to take out these enemies just to make this battle a lot easier. So yeah, the badge that I'm talking about is actually right there, the one right behind the Poke Mummy. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and fast forward. Obviously, we know what happens. We're just going to take care of these guys real quick. So yeah, this is the Spike Shield badge. Just lets Mario jump on any spiked enemies without taking damage. Very highly useful badge. I highly recommend you equip this, especially when you're going through places like this, when you're dealing with these Poke Mummies. So we're just going to take this off. And we're also going to unequip Power Bounce, obviously, because we're probably not going to end up using that for a while. We're going to put on the Spike Shield. Again, very useful badge to have. We don't necessarily have to fight these guys, but I did so for the star points. And we're going to go ahead and continue on. We're going to head down here. And you will find a ruins key. This will help us progress further through the ruins. And you'll find yourself a switch here, which will drain all the sand here out of this room into the room below us, which allows us to progress further and further into the ruins. Fool! You have ignored my warning, haven't you? You fool! You will fall into my legions and become a mummy of the sands. Yeah, that's the thing with Koopa. He's going to be constantly rambling with you, telling you to get out of the ruins, what you're doing is a big mistake, and to leave. Anyways, here we go. We got another new enemy. Obviously not new to us. If you've ever played not Paper Mario, but Super Mario in general, these guys have made appearances too. These are Buzzy Beetles. The best way to fight these guys is to flip them up on their backs, because when they are standing up on all 4 feet, Mario's hammer attack won't do any damage to them at all. So yeah, anytime you encounter these enemies, you're going to always want to flip them on their backs, because when they're on their backs, their defense drops to 0, and it makes it easier to fight these guys. Not too hard. We're going to use Bombette to blow up in this wall, which will come across another room with another switch. And just like before, when you click the switch, or you press the switch, excuse me, allows access to the next key. And find a star piece. And here we get ourselves another key, which will allow us to venture further into the ruins. And this room right up here, we'll find out what's going on with it a little bit later, because honestly, there is an item in there that we need to pick up, a key item. But because I don't have a particular item to get to it, it's inaccessible right now, so we're just going to skip that. We'll come back to it later. I wonder what this does. Uh-oh. So yeah, we got some more battling to do here. We got a bunch of Pokemummies that we have to fight. Until these guys are defeated, obviously, you're not getting out of this room. So the only way out of this room is to beat these guys. But having the Spike Shield on at this point will make these battles a lot easier. By the way, I did mention that these are poisoned Pokemummies, which means that they have poison in them. So if you don't dodge correctly, you will take damage, and you have the likelihood of getting poisoned as a result. But we're going to go ahead and show this off. This is Elstar's Star Spirit power called Refresh. And when you use Refresh, it will heal 5 HP, 5 FP, and it'll also cure any poison that you have. So if you don't have any poison items on your inventory and you find yourself in a situation, you can always use that star power, and it will pretty much heal you. Like I said, I want to show it off because I don't think we've done it yet in this playthrough. Anyways, we have a new enemy here that we haven't encountered yet. That purple guy up there hanging from the ceiling, that is called a swooper. He is unreachable to Mario. Mario cannot jump that high to reach him. So the only way to get him down from the ceiling is to use an attack that can actually knock him down. So in this case, we use the Quake Hammer. It attacks all enemies on the ground and ceiling. You can also utilize Parkery's Shell Shot move. That can also knock him off the ceiling. And then there's also a badge that you can also equip for the hammer called the Hammer Throw. And that badge will also work getting those guys off the ceiling as well. But until you get those guys off the ceiling, they are unreachable to Mario. Yeah, we'll take care of this last mummy here, and by doing so, we unlock another runes key, which, like before, will let us progress further through the runes. And and we come across this room. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Parkery for this. Wait, come on. Don't go in that room. Oops. I mean, flee now while you still can. If you continue, you'll feel a horrible curse. I don't know, I see a treasure chest on the wall and the arrow's pointing left, so I wonder what that's about. But yeah, we got some switches right here. Obviously, we have green staircases, we've got pink staircases. Hitting this green switch here will actually turn the staircases to this direction here, so you can climb up this way, which is needed to activate the next set of switches, which is these other green switches. So basically what we're doing here is we're creating a staircase to get up to this treasure chest that's over here, because it's being blocked by a large wall and a metal block, so that room is technically inaccessible. But by messing around with these switches, turning these staircases, we're creating a path that will allow us to access that treasure chest. And if we drop down here, we will find this treasure chest, and inside this treasure chest is the super hammer, and by obtaining the super hammer, the attack power of Mario's hammer increases. And now, Mario can now destroy the stone blocks, which we can see to the right here, which will allow us to get out of this room and allow us to continue on through the ruins. By the way, the super hammer is an item that is needed to get through the ruins. There are some areas where we have to smash stone blocks to obtain some specific key items, which we're going to be obtaining here in just a little bit, in order to get to Tut and Koopa, the boss of Chapter 2. But before we do that, I remember I was doing this recording, I almost forgot about this item up here. There's actually a key item up here that we need to obtain. But by smashing the stone block, we have access to it. We got the artifact, a strange artifact found in Dry Ruins. And we'll see what's up with that guy a little bit later and what it's actually needed for. But at this time, let's go ahead and go back to this room that we saw earlier. Now that we can smash the stone block, we can obtain a unique item in here. The Pyramid Stone, a triangle-shaped stone found in Dry Ruins. It is one of the 3 key items that we have to obtain in this chapter in order to reach the final boss. But also, we got some new enemies right here. These are stone chomps. Obviously, as their name states, they are chain chomps made of stone. Most attacks do not work on these guys. However, they are vulnerable to bomb attacks, so as you're just seeing here, I'm using Bombette to destroy these guys because they are extremely weak to those types of attacks. It also makes these battles a lot quicker, a lot easier. But yeah, not much new with those enemies, besides being attacked by Buzzy Beetles. But I figured, you know what? I'm about to level up. I might as well beat these guys for the star points. And we're just going to go ahead and do flower points because I do use a lot of flower points. Anyways, we're going to go back this way once again. But instead of going across that gap, we're actually going to go down here, down this staircase. We're going to blow open this wall, but we'll see what's in that room here in just a little bit. But we're going to go this way instead. Turn back, thief. Your time is running out. If you do not retreat, you'll be in grave trouble. I do not lie. You will regret it. Okay, Tut and Koopa. Whatever you say. Anyways, we're going to go down here. And by going down here, we will come across this room. There will be another key inside. And if you go over to the stone block and smash it, you will reveal a switch. And that switch will reveal a stone staircase that will give you access to this next key that we need to get the rest of the key items that we need to progress further. But yeah, anyways, we're going to come across a small room. There is a lot of buzzy beetles here and swoopers hanging out. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take care of them really quick. And by the way, these buzzy beetles in this room, they do hang from the ceiling, so the primary method of attacking is they'll jump down in front of you and they'll try and attack you from the ground. But we'll go ahead and take care of them really quick here. We'll progress further. But before we progress further, we got another power block here, which allows us to upgrade one of our party members, which is official to this game. We're going to go ahead and do Goombario for this one because by upgrading Goombario to super rank, he unlocks Charge, which is actually a really good move that I like to use when I have Goombario as a partner in battles. So we're going to go ahead and do him for now, and then we'll take care of the other partners later. But by blowing up in this wall, we come across this next room with another Stone Chomp. But like before, we're just going to go ahead and use Bomb Bet. But we're going to use Power Bomb this time to make this a lot quicker. Because like I said, they're extremely weak against bomb attacks. So a nice Power Bomb will take them out with no problem. But by being that Chomp, we get access to the Diamond Stone, a star-shaped stone found in Dry Ruins, another key item, or one of the 3 key items that is needed to progress further. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and head back this way again. And by unlocking this door, we find a room within our switch with a bunch of sand that we have to drain. And there's 5 Chomp statues in here with a pyramid, a star, and a moon shapes in them. I wonder what those are for. And by going down here, you come across another room. And here we will find a Lunar Stone. Another Stone Chomp. Yes, each one of these key items is being guarded by a Stone Chomp, but just like before, I'm going to use Bomb Bet for this. I'm going to use Power Bomb on them. It'll take care of them mighty quick. And we're going to head back this way into this room. And remember those Chomp statues that we saw? Well, that's actually it's a little key to help you get through this. So basically what it's telling you, you have to put the stones in certain order. So we're going to put the Pyramid Stone there. We're going to put the Diamond Stone there. And then we're going to put the Lunar Stone in this one. And we're going to see what happens. And by doing that, we just revealed a staircase, which brings us down closer and closer, or deeper and deeper into the ruins. But I wonder where it goes. This is your final warning. Enough of this foolishness. Leave at once. And for this, by the way, we are actually approaching a boss battle, so we're going to take out Perkery for this one. because he's going to be extremely effective against this boss battle. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and adjust our badges here. Take off any hammer badges that you have equipped, because they're not going to be any use to you to this particular battle. So just take them off and use your badge points for other things. But yeah. You ignored all those very scary warnings? Don't you have the common sense to get scared and run away? What's wrong with you? You shouldn't mess with the Tutton Koopa, a faithful follower of King Bowser. Oops, I mean... You shall regret this. So yeah, this is Tutton Koopa. He is the boss of Chapter 2, and he is actually holding on to the second Star Spirit that we have to rescue. He's a pretty easy boss. He has 30 HP, and his defense is pretty low. Come, Chomp. Come bite this intruder. But yeah, after the first phase of the fight, he will summon a Chain Chomp to assist him in battle. The best way to get through this battle is just ignore the Chain Chomp and just attack Tutton Koopa himself. Because every time you attack the Chain Chomp and defeat him, he's just going to spawn another one. So it's kind of worthless to be attacking the Chain Chomp. It'll just make this battle so much harder on you. So just put all your focus on Tutton Koopa, and this battle will be done in no time. I missed the power attack there. But yeah, use a bunch of power jumps and shell shots will do the trick and take this guy out. I'm a magical genius. Watch and be amazed. So yeah, Tutton Koopa's basic attacks, he pretty much throws shells at you, or he'll do a attack called Magic. And basically what it does is summons a giant Chain Chomp head, pounds it on the ground, and it causes like rocks to fall from the ceiling. And if you don't dodge appropriately, it will actually not only attack you, but it'll actually attack your partner as well. So it is critical to actually dodge appropriately there, so that way your partner doesn't take damage. But this battle is pretty easy. One final power jump, this guy's down. And some help from the wizard to double our star points. And yeah, he's pretty easy. I've never had any real issues with this guy. No! Aw, come here, Chompy. What are you? Ow! Help! And yeah, that was it. And by obtaining this card, we just saved Mamar, the second Star Spirit of the game. And completed Chapter 2. Thus Mario and party unearthed the legendary Dry ruins deep within Dry Desert. They smashed Tutton Koopa, the wizard, and freed Mamar, the second of the wish-granting Star Spirits. But the enemies awaiting Mario grow ever stronger, and the challenges more difficult. What's in store for Mario and friends? Where will their adventure take them next? And we will find out where we will go next in Part 10. Until then, I'll see you then.